Hey everybody, welcome to A Game for Your Thoughts. Today we're talking about Doom 2016. Doom is a reboot and a bring back to the roots of the series after the survival horror experience of Doom 3. And after a rough development cycle, some people thought that Doom would never see the light of day. But I'm so glad we got it, as this game is an awesome experience that I cannot wait to talk about. So let's dive right into Doom. With Doom Eternal right around the corner, I played this game as a play series, so at the end of the video I'll have a link up in the corner, one of the corners, or I guess it's on the side now. I'll have a link over there. You can go and check out my full playthrough it and enjoy some great commentary and awesome gameplay of this amazing game that I cannot wait to talk about. So let's do it. Let's talk about it. Oh, I keep pushing it off. Let's do it. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. The story of Doom follows the Doom guys. He travels across Mars and Hell to stop the demon invasion. That's it. Okay, fine. So there's a little bit more. So there's like a Mars facility that they're studying this thing called Hell Energy, and this one scientist, cult lady named Olivia Pierce, opens up this portal to Hell, and then all these demons from Hell come out and kill everybody in the base, and it's just a fiasco. And they also found the Doom guy in Hell and brought him back to Mars. And so the Doom guy is brought back, and he now has to stop the demon invasion on Mars and also travel to Hell to shut off the portal. There's also this scientist robot manager of the base named Samuel Hayden and his AI partner named Vega. You also have to kind of reluctantly team up with them. They're in a little bit splashes, but it's important to note that they are there. The story of Doom is very secondary to the gameplay of Doom. The story is definitely a vessel just to get the player from point A to point B. It really only serves as a setting and a goal. There really isn't much else to the story. But it was nice to have a bunch of data pickups and like audio logs, things like that to pick up and get more of the story, learn about more of the characters and kind of what happened in specific areas and just kind of what the goal of the Hell Energy was. Things like that was kind of cool, but it was very much just a vessel to get me from point A to point B. The gameplay was definitely what makes this game shine, so let's talk about the gameplay. So the gameplay of Doom is the most action-packed, adrenaline-filled, exciting, tense, and fast-paced gameplay I've probably ever played. Nothing gets me as pumped as playing Doom. It makes me so excited. The gore, the violence, the speed, everything is just very fast-paced and it's very action-packed, and it's really, really enjoyable, and it gets me so pumped. It gets me in the zone, and I'm there to play Doom, and it's awesome the whole time through. There's 13 semi-open maps, and running around the maps, finding its secrets and killing all the demons is so amazing. It's so fast-paced, but still keeps you entertained for a very long time. I think this game probably took me about like 11 to 12 hours, and it was fast the whole time. The only times it's not is when you're exploring and kind of discovering the secrets that this world has to offer to find new upgrades or get better weapons, things like that we will talk about here in a second, but I just want to talk about the fast, fluid gameplay for a second. Your movement around the map and the demons is very, very fast. It's a very fast experience, which was really, really rad, as it just was a total power fantasy. I mean, that's what the Doom games are power fantasy. And this game just really oomps that up with its fast pace. It's just so fast. And I was at first a little nervous. I was like, is this fast pace going to make it really hard? But no, this game is very fluid. The movement and the controls are it's smooth. It makes it seem like you're going fast, but also at the same time you're in control. I never felt out of control with the speed, and it made it feel really good. It was just a very fluid experience that was really enjoyable. The game just handles the balance between control and speed very, very well, and I really appreciated that, as this game would be awful if it was just so fast and the controls were really lame. It wasn't very fluid. It would be so terrible. It would be borderline unplayable, but it manages to balance and find a good equilibrium between speed and control. I was in control, but I was still moving fast. The action was very, very fast, but I was in control the whole time, and I really, really appreciated that, as it just put this gameplay to the next level. The shooting itself is very, very exciting. I really enjoyed the shooting, as it blended well with the fast pace and the fluid controls. It happens to work really, really well. You would definitely think playing a first-person game where everything's moving very fast, you're moving fast, the demons are moving fast, you think it'd be very hard to line up your shots, but it actually works out really, really well. Everything's just balanced so well, and I think this is what makes this gameplay really shine. It's just its ability to control the fast-paced movement, shooting, and just everything just comes together to make a very fluid experience that just feels very smooth, and you feel in control the whole time. And I really, really appreciated that, as it just made this gameplay far more enjoyable than it would be if it was not very smoothed out and very well polished. But this game's got a lot of polish in its gameplay. Most of the time the gameplay would play out, you're exploring this open world area, you would get to an area, the doors would lock, all these demons would start popping up, and it's your goal to run around and kill all the demons. And this game has a very simple formula. It's really never gets complex, but the gameplay loop is very entertaining the whole time. I can certainly see where people would think like, it's the same thing over and over again. It is, but it's very exciting, and it changes depending on the type of demons that show up, the environments you're in, and also just the level design is really, really well put together. And I really enjoyed this, as it just kept things fresh, even though it was essentially the same thing over and over again. I didn't have a problem with it. At the beginning, the game teaches you a simple formula. Run and stay alive, stand still and die. And that just sets this gameplay up for high, fast action. It never slows down. Thanks to that idea of if you stand still, you're going to die. And that is the truth. If you just try to stand in a corner, you're going to get killed. Demons are going to swarm you. You're going to get a bunch of projectiles thrown at you. It's just not going to work. So you got to move around the maps. And I really like the level design as it made it so it was never confusing. It was never easy to get lost in these arenas. The arenas were just really well designed with different terrains and things to kind of watch out for. And there's also cool little pads that would launch you up to the next floor, things like that just made these arenas very, very cool to explore, and also great environments to fight these demons in. And the weapons you have in your arsenal are very, very varied. They have a lot of variety in the weapons. I mean, you have your basic pistol, which becomes very quickly useless, and you have a shotgun that ends up being your best friend until you find the super shotgun, and then you won't need any other gun in the game. Just kidding. I liked all the guns. They were really, really awesome. The chain gun was really, really cool. The Gauss rifle was cool. The plasma gun was cool. And it had a good variety of different things to do. And this was also helped by the game's field drones. So as you're exploring the world, you can find these things called field drones that have certain upgrades you can put into your guns. And you can kind of pick and choose which ones you want to spend your points in. You get weapon upgrade points by completing actions or killing demons. And you can spend these points to upgrade your weapons and make them a little bit more efficient or unlock really cool abilities. Like, for example, I had the assault rifle that had micro missiles. And at a certain point, if you complete a certain objective, throw enough skill points into that assault rifle, you get the ability to shoot unlimited missiles as long as you have the ammo. And it was really, really cool, as it just made you feel really rewarding for kind of sticking with the specific gun. You can kind of pick and choose your favorites. In the end, you could probably upgrade all of them, but I definitely picked my favorites and upgraded the specific ones that I really enjoyed playing with. So beyond the shooting, beyond the field drones and weapon upgrading, there is another combat mechanic that is new to Doom that I really, really enjoyed. If you played the game before, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't played the game before, you're like, well, what is it going to be? I'm waiting expense. What is it? Well, it's the glory kill system. I love the glory kill system. I think the glory kill system is probably the best thing to happen to Doom. It just added so much gore and awesomeness to the series. It was so gnarly. Some of these kills, you're just like, oh, he's not going to walk back up from that one, considering I just took his foot and smashed it into his face. It's so gnarly. The glory kills are so brutal. They're so gory. And it certainly just kind of gives Doom its very just dark and gnarly tone that I really, really enjoyed. So while you're going along, you're shooting the demons. So you kind of just stagger is what they call it, and they start flashing blue. And once they turn orange, you can click in the right stick button and go up and perform this glory kill. And it's just a short little animation that just has some really gnarly takedown to take out these enemies. And at first, I was a little nervous. I was like, ugh, these are going to get really dull really quick. I'm like, I'm going to see the same animation 1,000 times. And it's just like, oh, there's that animation again. And I actually never felt that way because it has a lot of variety. Because you can aim your weapon at certain body parts, their head, right, left, body, limbs, things like that, to perform different kills. So each demon has 4 or 5 different glory kills you can perform. And this was really, really cool as it kept things fresh. You're like, oh, I don't think I've ever tried attacking from behind. And then you attack from behind and you grab the imp and you rip its jaw off and you're like, oh, all right, should have done that sooner because that was pretty cool. I always found myself taking advantage of these glory kills because they reward you with health pickups. So if you're in need of health, do some glory kills. But also if you just want some really rad gore and violent experience, glory kills is the way to go. And you could probably go the whole game without ever doing a glory kill, but that would be so boring. Like I said, outside of the combat, you have the spaces in between the combat arenas or the combat sections, and you're just exploring the open and the semi-open maps. I wouldn't say they're totally open, but each one is pretty open. There's a lot of places to explore, lots of really cool secrets to find, and I highly encourage you to go out and find these secrets, as they're really, really rewarding, whether it leads to concept art or character models or upgrade points that you can use for your weapons. There's also these fun little bobblehead pickups, and he has a cool little animation to fist bump the little Doom guy bobblehead, and it's really, really fun. And I really highly encourage you to spend the time to explore these maps, as some of my favorite pickups were the really hard secrets, because there's hidden Doom levels from the original 2 Doom games that you can find a lever and then a secret door, and I thought these were really, really cool. It was just a fun, cool, nostalgic thing. I was like, oh, cool, and then you can go back and play through the levels, and I thought that was really, really enjoyable and a fun little kind of just nod toward the original games of just kind of this is where we started and look where we're now. And it's so cool to see this, and I really highly encourage you to go out and explore all these maps and find all the secrets. In the end, the gameplay is really what defines Doom. I really enjoyed my time with the gameplay in Doom. It was just very gory, very fast-paced, very high action, and it was super enjoyable the whole time. It had a very simple gameplay loop that never got dull. They changed it up enough with awesome level designs, really cool demons, and so much fun just shooting gunplay. It was really, really exciting, and I really enjoyed the gameplay of Doom. It just felt really good. The glory kills were super gory, and it was a really awesome addition. I really loved the glory kills, and I can't wait to see what they do with Doom Eternal and see what more awesomeness they can come up with in the glory glory kill department. So I really, really enjoyed the gameplay, and the exploration was really, really fun too. It was really rewarding. Upgrading my weapons was really satisfying, and it just felt really good. And I really, really enjoyed playing the gameplay of Doom, as it just really defined this experience as something you absolutely should play. Graphically, Doom is very, very awesome. It looks gorgeous in a weird, twisted, sick, hellish way. Sticky gore hanging from the ceilings is disgusting. The dead corpses on the floor are mutilated and nasty. And the fires of hell are just very bright. And it's really cool. It's got a very dark tone to it, but it looks really, really awesome. It's very detailed environments that you explore, and it just looks really, really good. I really enjoy just looking around the world because it just looks really cool. There's little small details, and like I said, that gore is just really nasty, and you're just like, ugh. The other thing that looks really, really cool is the character and enemy designs. They look really, really awesome. They're very detailed. One thing I really noticed right off the bat is that the imps have like a really cool bone structure. You can see kind of like their like different like ribs and like their kind of skull shape, things like that. And it made it really, really cool when I just tore them open with the chainsaw or did a cool glory kill, and it's like, oh, that's just so cool. It looks really, really nice, and I really like the character designs. They just look really, really awesome, and it just makes spraying their guts all over the Mars base walls really, really entertaining because it just looks awesome. One thing that it really doesn't bother me, I've kind of said this before a few times, but texture pop-in, it doesn't really bother me too much, but it happened a few times in this game, and it's certainly worth noting. That was the biggest thing technically that I ever had. I rarely had any technical problems, and it's just really that texture pop-in. I was just like, oh, there's some texture pop-in, whatever. It didn't really bother me, but if it bothers you, it is definitely worth noting that there was a few times here, usually when you come out of a loading screen or when you'd start a new level, it just kind of take a second for the textures to load, and it never happened in the gameplay. I can't think of a moment when I like walked around the corner and there was just like this really poorly loaded texture. No, it was usually like right after a loading screen. It just kind of took a second for the level to load up, and it really didn't bother me, but it was something certainly worth noting if that's something that you're a big no person on, but not me. It didn't bother me. Alright, so that's it for my Doom review. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh wait, silly me, how could I forget? The music. Oh my gosh. The music in this game is incredible. I have to talk about the music, so let's talk about the music. Oh my gosh, I love the music of Doom. The music of Doom is incredible. I would probably say Doom is my favorite video game soundtrack of all time. It's just got this really cool sound that just is like super heavy metal, and it's just like, yeah, and it's so cool, and it just makes this game so much more exciting, that much more adrenaline filled. It's just so exciting. Mick Gordon, the composer and the writer of the music, is a master at what he does. He's done a lot of music for Bethesda and their certain games, and he just does a fantastic job of just setting the tone of the games. I think of like Prey, it's got a really cool like techno-y but like also very kind of spooky sound, but Doom is just so like metal. It's so awesome, and I love the music of Doom. I have the highest praises for the music of Doom, and it's just so incredible. So one thing I really loved about the Doom soundtrack is just that main riff that just it explodes in your face, and it's just like, yes, you're just like, this is what I'm getting into, and it just makes you want to throw up your rock fist and bang your head like you're at a Metallica concert. But you're not. You're playing Doom, so you're too busy to do that. But it really, really makes you appreciate the music. So I highly recommend you go and support Mick Gordon and his music. Buy the soundtrack. They have it on vinyl. I really want it on vinyl. That'd be super, super cool. So yeah, go and check out the music of Doom. It is so good. It sets a fantastic tone in this game, and it's just an awesome addition. It just takes this game to the next level. So thank you, Mick Gordon. You're amazing. In the end, I really enjoyed my time with Doom. This was a fantastic game that I really loved from start to finish. Everything was just really well done. The story definitely secondary to the gameplay, so it really didn't like affect me that much. I like at the end I was like, man, I wanted to see Doom and a cacao demon make out or something like. There was no emotion behind it. Come on. The story did not matter at all. It was just definitely a vessel to get us from point A to point B because the gameplay is where this game shines the most. It was just very, very fresh, and it just was very fast and action-packed, and the gore was incredibly gory and nasty thanks to the awesome glory kills. The exploration was very fun and rewarding, and the graphics look incredible. It just looks amazing. It's very detailed and disgusting and just very dark. And then the music is incredible. I love the music so, so much. It just sets a fantastic tone for this whole experience and is really, really rad. All this stuff comes together to make a game that I think you should absolutely check out. There's other features I didn't even talk about, the multiplayer or the snap maps. I never played the multiplayer, but the snap maps was pretty fun to go and put together your own levels. So at least check that out. I wouldn't say this game, the snap map, is a must play for the Doom experience. Like, you can't play Doom 2016 without doing the snap maps. Like, I thought it was fine even without it. I would be just fine with just this super rad single player experience. It was so well done that I think every gamer should at least give it a shot. If the gore seems a little too much for you, I totally understand. Maybe just give it a shot, see if you like it. If not, no problem with that. I totally get it. It's not for everyone, but it's a really, really rad experience that was very well polished, very well put together, that I think everyone who worked on it definitely had a lot of love and passion for the Doom games, the Doom series, and it was a fantastic reboot, and I cannot wait for Doom Eternal to see what they do with this series, take it to the next level. So I cannot wait. And so yes, I would highly recommend that you check out Doom 2016. Hey everyone, thank you so much for checking out my review for Doom 2016. I love this game so much. It was a very awesome experience, and I honestly want to just jump right back into it and play it again. It was very, very well done, very, very awesome, very, very fun, and you guys are awesome and very, very rad. So if you want to help me out, hit that like button, the subscribe, and the bell to get notified every time I post a new video. And down in the comments, let me know, what's your favorite Doom game? I personally would probably say that my favorite is this remake, the reboot. It was a really, really rad experience that rebooted the series. The original is very, very awesome too. It was a very close second. It was a close tie. But which Doom game is your favorite? Doom 3 is definitely kind of a cool underdog. So if you like Doom 3, let me know. Let me know anything else in the comments. If you like the video, please let me know. And if you have any suggestions, also let me know. I'm really open to feedback. So thank you guys so much for watching the game, for your thoughts, and we'll catch you next time. And then click the link over here to go and watch me play the game. It was really, really rad. So I'll wait here if you want to click that. So yeah, cool. Did you click it yet? If you're still watching this, you clearly didn't click it, which if you don't want to, that's totally fine, but I'll still just wait. I got nothing to do. It's over there. Click it. Cool. Alright, well, if you haven't clicked it by now, you clearly don't want to watch it. So enjoy the next video, whatever you want to watch next, and we'll see you there. So yeah, cool.